like I said, um, you don't need those kind of advantages to. It's just too much. It's the whole hands behind the back thing. Dragon's a very good player. There are some people whose characters carry them. Um, Look, I mean, I'm not trying to talk Acromaniac. I mean, if you can't anti-air somebody with Melina, I'd hate to see what you do without Melina. I mean,
I don't know who Acromaniac is, but as far as characters carrying players, it's a very slim uh, number.
but someone like
Dragon we've all seen at this point.
yeah.
Dragon's character does not carry him.
Well,
It's you can easily tell it.
well,
Anyone, like I said, anyone with a
again.
brain stem can figure that out.
Let's not look. Here's the thing. Let's not lie here about characters, whatever. That's like people are like, hey Tom, man, evil metals. I'm like, yeah, I played Jin and T4, but it didn't really help me. Yeah, I'd be going to hell immediately if it was the Old Testament. Lightning would fucking hit me. I mean, to say even Dragon would say, I think Alien probably helps a little bit. Makes it easier. What he does, he's a good player. He's not someone who's stupid that would need that kind of advantage to be competitive. But having that advantage doesn't help us.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing, and I've been saying this for a while now. Ever since MK9 was dead and buried, you take a look at what every single player who travels to all these tournaments. You're not going any serious player that wants to win a major or make top eight is not going to pick a character that's not tournament viable. You can't do that anymore. It worked in the beginning, and yeah, of course,
Yeah, but look,
you worked in the
Whoa,
beginning.
oh, all right. I need time to set this up real quick. Hold on. Foxy did it. He did it. Foxy, I love him to death. He's one of my best friends in the entire community. The other day, he said, the Molina, he's not very good. People just whip punch. I whip punch, but I said with Lao, with his Kung Lao, he would beat any Molina in the world. Here we go.
I'm interested.
well, I mean, you can beat Molinas, man, but I mean,
No. He said with Kung Lao, people aren't.
I don't want to
people,
see him
people
beat
are,
Molina.
I
just
don't
want to see him beat Jason finally. That's all I want to
Oh
see.
my god.
No, Foxy told me that people
Nah,
aren't
Foxy's
out.
my boy, man.
Foxy told me they're not out spacing. They're not punishing her. They're not taking advantage of her negatives, her cons. So guys, I want to see what it is. We're about to see it right now.
Foxy.
Anybody that was in the PL stream, not the PL, the Tom stream the other day that saw me, I love Foxy. If he wins or loses, I'm going to love him and respect him just as much. But he said people are not taking advantage of Molina's weaknesses. And I said, well, buddy, let me set up any Molina in the world versus you, and you show the world what you're talking about. So I was going to have him go against the Golden Jew. I was going to have him go against Kevo, and I was going to have him go connect Semijj. And
Why wouldn't he break it?
Connect Semijj was obviously one of the best that I wanted him to go against. So the fact that he stepped into the plate and I did Connect Semijj, and he could have gone Molina Mirror, he chose to go Tempest. This is making my day. So Foxy,
By the way, can we talk about how Kung Lao's corner with his game is still retarded? It's still really strong. Kung Lao's corner game is really fucking strong.
Of course it is.
Let's
By design, that his corner game will never not be strong. That's
really-
just how it
it's-
is, and that's with a lot of characters. By design, regardless of their frame data, they will always be good.
okay, so I was actually gonna get Saltface to be like the grand champion for him to go against with Kung Lao, but let me go and tell you, the first match, Foxy is proven every word he has ever said. That was the cleanest win I've seen.
Yeah.
That was the cleanest Tempest win versus Molina I've ever seen. That was a mop. Now, Semijj, like most people in this community, we probably haven't seen a Kung Lao in a year. So give Semijj some time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't see this being a blowout either way. I actually see this going down to the last game.
I can see that.
Yeah, I
100%.
mean,
100%.
Again-
you look at the caliber of both of these players. There's no way.
I mean, we recently have had, I think, what Denzel did a tier list and Rio did his tier list video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all agree. Can we all agree there are a lot of characters that are like A+ tier, which is a testament to the game. You know what I mean? With how many characters are in such a powerful tier, but which is why the top 3 characters literally make you take A+ characters and say, "Oh, you don't play to win. You play A+." You know, which should have Pig plays C tier. Pig can go to
Keep
A+
talking, I'll be right
tier. Pig plays a C tier character, right? Big D. He could
Yeah.
go to A+ tier. They would say, "Pig, pick a better character," and he's like, "Oh, you're right. I'll pick an A+ tier character," and they would still say, "Pig, pick a better character." Once
Well,
you
yeah, because when you play against the top three, you know, it's
Yeah,
very,
exactly.
it's
So
almost like, now here's the thing, I don't think any character's broken, don't get me wrong. I don't think any character in this game is actually broken. When I say that Demo Sonya defies all logic to fighting games, that's strictly out of salt because I lost the scar. I don't think Demo Sonya really defies the rules of a fighting game. I think she's very strong. I obviously we can't say that she's not,
let me ask you this.
but there's
Let me
no
ask you this.
character
Let me
that
ask you
can't be
this.
beaten. It's
Who
just not
who
there.
is the most knowledgeable Street Fighter player in the world? In your
I don't really follow
name.
Street Fighter.
Pick a
I'm
name.
gonna go ahead and pick Infiltration because he won
Okay,
Evo,
so you would say he's definitely a respected name, right?
of course.
If I were to say Infiltration, I think Dalsim's, all of his normals should be like -1 or like -2. And I think his limb should have no hurt box from across the screen. He would say, "That's broken." Our community, Big D, would say, "I don't think it's broken, but."
I think she's incredibly strong,
Stop,
but when
stop,
you
stop. I'm not gonna
here's
put
the
any-
thing.
I'm
No,
not-
no,
oh,
no. But here's the thing. You have to be very careful. You have
I
to
have
be
to say
very,
this.
very, very careful
Big D.
when you throw around that fucking
I
word.
know, but in our community is so terrified of saying something is broken and the public perception. There were testers in MKX. Well, look, we realize when you're going to test a beta that there are things that are going to be broken, right? That's why they have testers there, right?
Yeah.
Right? Who didn't want to say the most fucked up shit in the game in a beta was broken because they didn't want to cry. And I'm like, this is why we're here. We all know it's broken. You can say it is. Like, it's so bad that we could play the beta of MKX and we would say it's not broken. That's my problem. You, Big D, if somehow the good Lord allowed me to teleport the beta to my system, I allowed you to play it. The version that we played, right?
I mean,
You-
I've heard stories.
But you would say, if that was the game we played today, you would say it's not broken. That's my problem. There are things that are obvious. During MK9, people wanted to say it's not broken. Level up, level up, level up. Right? Yes or no? Right? The whole
Most
point of
part.
MK9, and you were one of them. Yes or no? Right? But
Right.
then when the game died, what did we say? Oh, it was broken. Right? So when the game, so you have people like these Jade players out there that go, let me get this straight. For 2 years, you told me level up, it's not broken. And when the game is over, then you say, oh, my bad, dog. It's unfair. It was broke as fuck. It actually wasn't you. Whoops. You know? And you think they look back with fond memories, you know? And then you tell these players, hey, man, you want to play this game for fun? Just, you know, old school tournament? They're like, fuck you. No, I don't want to play it for fun. Injustice. People said, Martian's not broken. No, he's not. Batgirl's not broken. How many times do we hear that, right? It's not broken, right?
You can't ask me that. I wasn't really around for that era. But
You know-
here's the thing, though, and I gotta disagree with something. You said that this community is afraid to call something broken. They're not. As a
They
matter
are
of fact, it's the
absolute-
opposite. That's such a big problem with this community.
Are you kidding me? People said Tanya wasn't broken. And they said, if Tanya's so broken, let's see how many Tanyas are in top 8 at CEO. And then afterwards they said,
I mean, granted, you and I were both there for that. That was disgusting to watch.
dude,
We all know that, but still,
how
that's a very small number that we're actually saying. The majority was saying she was fucked up. I picked up that character the night she came out and took a look at Kobu. I'm like, I don't like how this back one looks. That's that looks a little ridiculous.
stop.
All right,
Dude,
so I see that it's 1-1, and the Kinetic Semijj is actually winning this third match.
I told you, you gotta give him a second. This set is definitely going down
well,
to
I
the
think
fire.
what it is
I agree.
Foxy Grampa is not properly whiff punishing back 1-2.
Tom, is the mic like literally in your esophagus?
Oh, of course it is.
You're worse than like an old guy speaking at a funeral.
I think Foxy's not properly whiff punishing back 1-2. I think that must be what it is.
Well, that's what he said that he does.
Well, unfortunately, it's not as easy as he makes it seem.
Well, I'm happy to be seeing Foxy playing this character because if Melina does get the hammer, let's say that she does,
Wow, Foxy. Such a,
I really hope that Foxy goes back to Kung Lao because as of now, he's still the most dominant Kung Lao. Like there's no one else with the exception of PL maybe that can do anything with this character.
I
You
mean,
know?
so I agree. I mean, but again, dude, Big D, come on, man. You have to agree. People are just hesitant to call things broken, even though we know they
They're
are.
hesitant. They're hesitant when the character first comes out
When
and the first
Dizzy
characters
won,
first get
stop. When
discovered.
Dizzy won with Raiden, nobody said Raiden was broken except for Sonic Fox, who cried about everything that beat him on Twitter until they took it. You know, he cried about Raiden's forward one. It just that play, throw D. You know, so they took it, and then everybody wanted to say, "Well, Raiden's not broken. Raiden's not broken. Raiden's not broken." You know, Raiden was retarded. He has that whole tournament. People were like 6 frames, good games. You know, it was retarded. Everybody knew it was retarded. But anyway, when Kung Lao was plus 27, everyone's like, it's fine. It's fine. Plus 27. Bone Shaper Shinnok was plus 29. Everyone's like, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about
Hey
it.
guys, so we're gonna add chaotic rewind, and we're gonna add Young Monster to this call because they're playing next, and apparently there's some serious beef between these two players.
Yeah, they've been talking a lot of shit.
So I don't know what beef is about to go down, but some beef, some tenderloin's about to happen. So
Okay.
everyone
I
prepare yourself. I'm gonna add him to the call right after this match.
I don't know if I want to be in this call for when that happens.
I think
haven't
when they
that.
play, I think us three we just kind of take a back seat, get a beer, and just listen to it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I'm just gonna let them. I'm gonna let them talk shit to each other while they're playing against each other, and I just want to hear it, just for hype.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Let's put it this way. Especially now, it's even more so that Rewind beat Young Monster in that CR tournament the other night. I don't know if it was last night or the night before,
Oh.
but that adds to the flavoring of the beef. I guess we'll call that because that's gonna be sick.
Pigtown says, "Can we do this all the time?" I think he's talking about Red Hot Sundays. I think this Red Hot Sundays return has been a really successful thing. We've had over 700 people the entire time. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
I
guys.
think so.
Appreciate it.
Big D, are you
Yes.
telling me that you don't think that plus 27 Kung Lao was a bit too strong?
Of course it was. Whoa,
was
whoa,
broken,
whoa,
right?
whoa. Let's not
Was-
put words in my mouth.
Okay,
Kung Lao was the only character pre-patch that I absolutely could not
It was
stand.
broken, right? It was retarded.
I hated it, but I don't call it broken.
But it was.
I'm not in a position to be calling anything broken. I haven't. The only people who know who should be able to say what characters are really broken are people that either know the character in and out by playing them, or people that design the game. I think everyone is entitled to their
Well,
own,
if it was
own
fine, why
opinion.
did it change?
Do I want every ounce of my body to be like, you know what? Demo Sonya is fucked up. Of course I do. I got mopped by Demo Sonya at Evo, but at the end of the day, I can't sit here with a straight face
well,
and be
Big
like,
D-
you know what? I only lost at the
Right,
character select screen.
Okay,
Tough
let me,
luck.
okay, look, let me defend my logic then, right? I'm a big life is fair guy. I'm a big that's not fair guy, and I know life isn't fair, so that's my flaw in my logic, right? But when a game first comes out, what is the first character they all swear is broken? What character, Big D? What character do they all say is broken?
2-2.
and has to be nerfed?
In what game?
In MK. MK9 and an MKX. What is the character initially they say is broken, is the best, and must be nerfed? It's the same character.
Initially?
Sub-Zero. It was before the game was even released. People were on
Well,
Twitter.
that's the thing. MK9 was the start of my competitive thing, but that wasn't until a couple months after the game.
This
So I didn't understand what all that stuff
Okay,
meant.
so this game, right? And of course, I'm pulling a Big D saying I don't want to use the term broken.
Oh my god.
And people are like, shut the fuck up. It's broken. So I'm like, well, I mean, the Big Ds of the world were certainly quiet during the Sub-Zero is broken movement. But then after that happens, then they say, well, let's slow down. When it
Now
comes
here's the thing. And New York Pizza brought up something in the chat
come on now.
that I need to address real quick. I'm not saying it's supposed to be in the game. But broken means defies all logic of fighting games. It does not let you play the
When
game.
you can't move, you can't play.
Exactly. But when you have any option whatsoever,
What's
be
your
it
option at
one
plus
or two
27?
options,
What's your option at plus 27?
and plus 27, nothing.
That's a problem.
But here's the thing: you're thinking too close to when the plus 27 happens. It's easy to get away from that plus 27 before it happens. That's the thing.
It wasn't
Kung Lao
easy
was
to
a
get away.
pressure heavy character.
He had old jump too.
Yeah,
You
that
couldn't-
needed to be nerfed. That was broken, but
Well,
no
one went into the
character
other.
is fully broken. There were broken tools in the game. You can't deny that. But the broken tools don't mean the character itself is 100% broken. It doesn't make sense.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm just saying is that there are aspects of the character that are broken. It doesn't mean the character design is broken. It just means a certain aspect is broken.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
when
it's
you say
the
there's a
same
difference
character.
between an aspect being broken and a character being broken.
Absolutely, and I think people don't know where to draw the distinction. Yes,
Exactly.
Tempest
That's
Loud
what I'm
was not
trying to
broken.
say. So when you say that I shouldn't be testing a game
I
because
didn't
I
say
don't
you
know
shouldn't
what
be-
broken
I didn't say
means,
that.
it's
I didn't say you
ridiculous.
shouldn't be testing a game.
No. I was saying because New York Pizza brought that up in the stream chat, so I wanted to verify that.
Well, the thing is, yeah, it's all about recognizing what is broken. You know, somebody at Evo was PL. PL said to me,
Last round, last match.
PL said to me, Tom shouldn't be a tester because look how Melina turned out. You should be thanking me because what I did to Melina, I neutered that bitch. Melina used to have her forward one was an overhead. Her EX telekick was a safe armored attack. So it was a safe armored. She would jump in, and if you try to anti-air her, she would EX telekick you. And if you stop trying to anti-air her, she would make you block the jump and punch, and then mix you up with forward one or back three into something.
Guys, hold
She'd
on.
be kissing my feet.
We're down to the last combo. Same meter, same health, same everything.
Stop! The stream is behind.
Okay.
Yeah, stop! Don't spoil it for us. You should be kissing
I'm
my
watching
feet.
Uh,
I don't want to hear who won. Don't.
Don't say anything.
Stop.
Okay. All right.
This is not a good situation.
This is really bad. So if
This
you're
is a
looking at
no-beat
this match right now,
situation.
you're
This
looking
is
at
a fucking stupid.
Foxy has him in the corner and hasn't beat. But if Foxy gets touched once, it's actually over. Is he gonna do it? Oh my god, he blocked it. All right, so he goes for that. Thank God, because that was sick. But what did I tell you? Last match, there was no
True.
way that was gonna be a blowout.
True.
That was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna add him to the call. Are you guys ready? I don't know how this is gonna go, but here we go.
Who's in the call now? The
gonna-
young monster.
I'm
Who?
gonna add Young Monster and let's see. I gotta get their names. Okay, here's Curtis. Curtis is Rewind.
Okay, what is the beef? What is the backstory here?
I don't know how to pronounce this.
Okay,
name.
here's how it goes. Young Monster and Rewind, I guess live in the same area, so they would play. I guess they played offline a few times.
So they both live in the
And,
Vegas area.
Yeah, so I guess they had a little bit of a falling out as far as like when they were playing, they would get a little bit salty. They would trash